What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sarkis Unlocked. Today's special guest is Richard Wayne Peterson, and he's going to tell us about how he sold a house with a dead. You'll figure it out in the episode. Tune in. Richard Peterson, before I start, I got to say, I love the swag today.
Appreciate it.
And I need to borrow that jacket, please.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Can I borrow that?
Absolutely. You can have it if you want.
I can have it?
Yeah.
Shit, let me get it right now. So you've been on this team for how long now, Rich?
It's been about 2 years now.
2 years now.
Yeah.
You've been in real estate for how long? I don't want to make you look old, but experience trumps everything, brother.
I'm 46. I started in 1999. So that puts me at 26 years.
26 years in the real estate industry.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn. So you've seen a lot.
I've gone through the whole cycle.
You've been through the whole cycle. You've been through 01. You've been through 08.
All of it.
I'm
still standing strong.
And we don't have enough time to discuss all these different cycles. But what we do have time for is to let people get to know who Richard Peterson is. Talk a little bit about yourself. You're one of the realest dudes I know. And I mean that with every bone in my body. You get it, you want it. Yeah. I look up to you as well. I consider you a mentor and just, someone who's been through it. I said it earlier. You can't teach experience. Mm-hmm. That just comes with time. And you got an interesting story. So let's get into it. Yeah. Before real estate, talk to me. Where'd you grow up? Just your career path. What got you into real estate? And what are just some things that are important about Rich aside from business? What do you want to be known as? Who are you before and now?
Yeah. So, born in Colombia.
Colombia.
Yeah. I was born in Colombia. Came here when I was a month old. For those people that don't understand my full name, how am I Colombian with a American last name, Peterson?
Peterson. You don't. If I saw your name, I would definitely not think you're Colombian, brother.
Right. Yeah. Rich Wayne Peterson.
Rich Wayne Peterson.
That makes it even more American.
Bruce Wayne, Rich Wayne.
Yeah.
Look like Batman today.
Yeah. So I'm half American, half Colombian. Really more into the Colombian side. My mother got remarried when I was 2 years old to my stepdad, who's Colombian. So I had a Colombian household, grew up in East Boston, got married in 2007, have 3 kids.
3 beautiful kids. You're an amazing father, man. You are, that's one thing I look up to you for. You're so involved with your family. You're a big family man.
Yeah. That's my why. I mean, it's my family. My wife, she's a great wife. She takes care of the kids. Where do I go? Started real estate in '99. What got me into real estate? I would say that my mother always had these home magazines in the living room. And when I'm bored, I would just look through them, right? And there was always the mega mansions, and...
Now you're selling them, brother.
Now
you're selling them.
Now fast forward, I'm selling them. It's crazy how I got here. But, yeah.
You've bought real estate?
Yeah, bought real estate.
You've invested. Yeah. You've developed at some points. You've went through cycles. But obviously, the buy and holds through all those cycles, they always stay strong.
Yeah. I wish I had kept them all.
You wish you had kept that? I mean, no one ever regrets buying. They always regret selling, right?
Yeah. They said the best investors is shoulda, woulda, coulda, right?
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I like that, Rich. I like that.
Yeah.
So you went, born in Colombia, come here at 1 month. You grow up in East Boston.
Yeah.
Street kid.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, if you got the street in you, you could do anything.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Yeah.
You can't teach people what they learn out on them streets.
Right.
It just doesn't come.
Yeah.
You have to experience it. Growing up in East Boston in the 90s
In the 90s, yeah.
is a lot different than growing up in East Boston on Jeffrey's Point today, I can tell you that.
Growing up in the 80s and 90s.
In the 80s and 90s, yeah. But, growing up in the 80s and 90s in East Boston,
Yeah.
you know, it was probably a rough neighborhood. You probably had to hold your own and,
Yeah.
make sure you were looking out for, your family and everything else. And, now East Boston is,
It's a gold mine.
it's a gold mine now. You're getting 700 a foot, 800 a foot in East Boston.
Yeah.
1,000 plus on the water,
Yeah, yeah.
which is crazy. But here we are. Like I said, I know you've been through all the different cycles. You've told me your stories because I've had the great pleasure working with you for 2 years, and I picked your brain a lot because, once again, I don't have. I didn't have the luck. I didn't. Thank God I don't have the luxury, but I didn't go through all the cycles you went through. I bought my first property in '08. That's really all I experienced. I wasn't selling real estate in '08 at a high level.
Yeah.
I actually got into real estate because of a purchase I made in '08. I made a purchase in 2008. My brother and I bought a condo together. We still own it today, but I think it went from $300,000. I bought it, and then Lehman Brothers crashed and the market tanked. It went from $300,000 to $200,000. I still own it today. Probably worth $700,000 plus. And I bought it and I held it. And I ended up getting into real estate because, I didn't have the greatest experience working with an agent who, looked out for my best interests all the time. And I just figured I wanted to get into it to, help some friends and family, which is what I did in the beginning. Friends and family, help myself buy some places. And I get to ask you, what you saw before '08. And even as an agent, I've got to ask you, what you've experienced, because you were selling real estate full time at that point, and
Right.
and I've learned a lot from you. But being a father is very important to you. Like, I see you. Your daughter's a star softball player. I've seen you with the batting cages. I see you, on a Friday night going to the mall and grabbing dinner and, going back to East Boston sometimes and going to specific restaurants, the mom and pop traditional restaurants. That's who you are. You are a family guy. You want to support family-owned businesses.
Yeah.
And, at the end of the day, you care. You care about other people. You want to see them do well. And I think that just comes with the fact that you came from a different country. You were raised differently. And we all want to do better. And that's, I always say that all the time. Being a parent is the hardest thing in the world.
Oh, it is.
No question. You think this is hard? You think selling real estate is hard? Doesn't even compare. I mean, being a parent, you're responsible for other human beings and their growth and evolution in this world. And all as you and I can do is, that's one thing. We're both fathers, and the only thing we can do is just do better.
Right.
And hopefully, we'll hope that our kids will do better too.
Right.
So, I give you a lot of credit. Power to you. You're a great father, brother.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that.
We talk about your why, your why.
Yeah.
And you say it's your family, but aside from your family, and seeing the nice houses in the magazines.
Yeah.
Let me go back a little bit, actually. Before the why, how did you end up in that seat today? Where did we meet, Rich? What's the story? I feel like it's the same story with a lot of different people, but not with you. It's a little different.
It's different. It's weird, man, to be honest with you.
Let's talk about it, because it was...
I've been doing the 5 a.m. thing since, 7, 8 years.
5 a.m. club, baby.
Yeah. 5 a.m., I was really doing my mental health, what do you call it, routine.
Yep.
You go to the gym at 5, you meditate, you read, So the way we met is that, I'd be at the gym at 5.
Yep.
I'd go to the second floor, be on the elliptical.
Elite Fitness.
Elite Fitness back then.
Peabody, baby.
Yeah. If I, get to like at 5:15, I'm up in the elliptical, come down like at 5:50, 6 a.m., and I would walk down to go on the treadmills on the first floor. And there was this glass window with a basketball court. And sometimes I would just look and see if this dude.
Cash! Cash money!
So I would look at, the dude playing basketball, shooting.
And we didn't know each other.
We didn't know each other, but I was standing there like for like 15, 20 seconds, like, let's see if he gets it in. They'll go in. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, they were
Then I go on my treadmill, do my thing every day. And I would always see him, but I would look at him.
Now, did you know who I was?
I would look at him, you shooting the ball. I'm like, he looks familiar. He looks somebody like that sells high-end real estate. But I didn't know who George Sarkis was. I didn't have a name to it. It was just some way it was like in my mind, just the image. But I was like, no, that can't be him. Why Peabody? He wouldn't be here in Peabody. He sells luxury properties. And then just one day, I just started scrolling on Instagram, and I saw your face, and you could see the logo of the gym on the basketball court. I'm like, oh shit, that is George. So I messaged you. I'm like, bro, I follow you. I admire like everything that you're selling. I didn't think it was you. Like, I mean, what the hell would you be doing in Peabody? You know what I mean? And
you never know until you ask, brother.
Yeah. Then you said, whenever next time you're at the gym, come say hi. The next day. I remember I had finished the book, Mel Robbins. I said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I opened that door. I said, hey, George, this is Rich. And Alex was there. I don't even think I said hi to Alex. And the first thing I did,
Alex.
the first thing I did is I gave you dab. I didn't even shake your hand. It was like I don't know, it was something weird. I said, hey, what's up, George? And I said, dude, the you do it. And you said something kind of funny that I think back. That I think I just caught you off guard. And then you were like, if you want, I'll invite you to this event with Crush It.
Crush It Real Estate, the event in Worcester.
Yeah. You told me
I told you to go.
Yeah, you told me to go. I went. Then I started following you more. Then I started seeing you more at the gym, and dude, we were bumping into each other in the sauna. I saw you pumping gas on Route 1 on the highway. I beep at you. I'm like, dude, I would tell my wife, like, I saw George again. I feel like embarrassed, like he probably thinks I'm stalking him or something. And then one day I was at Starbucks reading, and you were walking in, and I saw you all decked out, looking sharp, and I was like, where are you going? And you're like, going to an open house, man. I got so many properties going. I'm gonna need more people. And I kind of gave you this look like, when a dog is confused. Kind of look, and you were like, you interested? I was like, I would love to, but I had just signed an agreement for 1 year or 2 years. So I was like, I can't. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this. To make the long story short.
So you've been here now for 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah.
You did the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 Mel Robbins. You said what's up to me.
Yeah.
And we stayed in touch. Your time with your old broker came to an end.
Yeah.
And we signed you up. And, it's crazy because you talk about the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing. You know me. You know I like to get uncomfortable, Rich.
Yeah.
You know I could talk to any single person. And, it's crazy because my whole life growing up, I was always the guy that would I remember being in L.A. And Dave Chappelle's walking down the street. I'm a huge David Chappelle fan. And I'm like, that's Dave Chappelle. And all my friends like, just let him be. He's actually having coffee. And everyone's like, dude, don't be weird. Like, just let the dude be and enjoy coffee. Yeah. A lot of people do this. I'm like, you think I give a fuck? That's Dave Chappelle. I'm going to go say what's up. I went down to the coffee shop, sat next to him for a second, said I'm a big fan, started talking to him. He was cool. Now, I did the same thing when I saw Ben Affleck back in the day. He was shooting the town in Boston. He wasn't so nice from the jump. You know, he kind of just brushed me off. But it's okay. You know, I shot my shot. And I always, like, if I can go have a conversation with these people and I can gain information and I can even pick up a piece of knowledge,
Yeah.
it's not because he's funny. It's because he's successful.
Right.
How did he build what he built? Dave Chappelle's a brand of his own. Mm-hmm. Ben Affleck's one of the biggest actors in the world. Success. I like to be around success. So I always continue to not give a shit. If I see someone, I might be annoying. I might go sit there, might talk to them. And that's how I've evolved. By putting myself in the rooms, putting myself in front of people, taking my shots. And you took your shot.
Yeah.
I'm not Dave Chappelle. I'm not Ben Affleck. I'm much better looking than Ben Affleck is. You took your shot.
Yeah.
And here you are. You know, your transition to joining the team. What were your first impressions, Rich? Like, what did you think about me? Am I what you expected me to be as a leader? Is the team what you had thought it was? Like, talk to us a little bit about the team when you came here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm assuming you might have thought something differently of who I actually am.
No, it's crazy. I think you are extremely amazing. And I don't just say that because you're here. It's crazy. We've talked about this before, too. You know, you walk the talk. You know, there's a lot of people that are very intellectual. They can absorb information and then spit it out and articulate it like it's coming out of their own mouth. But really, they don't have that experience. It's just like amazing. Like I'm like with mouth open. Like everything that I read and everything that I know is like you do it. And it's like, wow, this guy, it's crazy. Like, yeah, you say you're not that smart, but I think you're brilliant. Like the stuff that you do, I mean, it's just you're the perfect example. So. I've been amazed. I remember when I met your father for the first time.
My father. Oh yeah, in here for our
yes.
office opening.
Yes. I first thing I said to your dad, I was like, "You must be really proud of your son," because it's just amazing what you do, and that's what I want.
I appreciate that, bro.
It's like that's what I want in my family. I want my parents to be proud of me.
I appreciate
and my
that.
wife and my kids.
And that's funny. You and I were talking about that at the gym a couple weeks ago in the morning. We were walking. You're like, you know, I've had these coaches and I've had these people, these mentors, and everything else. But you know, I just feel like a lot of them don't really talk the talk.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people they're not actually selling the real estate. You know, they're not selling it. They're not doing it. I love the fact that I've been able to show people, including you, and getting uncomfortable. That's a big thing that I preach on our calls, our Monday morning huddles, all the above. Yeah. And you've actually put plan to action of late. You know, I've talked about getting on your phone and doing some videos. You have more knowledge, Rich, than most people in real estate.
Yeah.
You know so much, and that's like knowledge is power, and you have the knowledge, my friend. You really, really do. And it's a great example of me saying I want people to go out and, you know, do videos and, you know, share the knowledge and the experiences. And you've had some crazy experiences, and now is when this episode is going to get fun.
Oh, geez.
All right, now we're going to talk about, man, you've been a partner with me on a lot of deals. You've been, you know, one of the Sarkis team's top agent assists and partners. You've been someone who I have put so much trust in, and you have executed and delivered time and time again. Consistency is the biggest thing with you and what you and I discuss. Mm-hmm. Consistency in my book is everything. You know, it's because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Yeah. And the first big agent assist we had.
That was my first one.
It was a home in Wenham.
Yeah.
We're not going to give the details of the address.
Okay.
one of the top sales in Wenham.
Yeah.
I had this listing before you were even on the team, I think.
Yeah.
And this house, before the Sarkis team took over the listing, was on the house for how long?
4 years.
4 years.
3 or 4 years. Something.
3 or 4 years. So I have the listing an additional, I don't know, maybe 60, 90 days, maybe 200. I don't even remember how many days I had it. And I had to make a change on the listing. We need to change things up a little bit. And I called you in. You're a North Shore guy. You lived in North Shore. And I said, are you up for the challenge? We got a tough house. And you said, I'm all in. Yeah. You were jumping like you had just got drafted. It's the NBA.
Yeah.
You were like, let's rock and roll. I'm like, this guy got so much energy.
Yeah.
He comes in. He is, I just was like, he's so excited, like kid on Christmas morning.
Does he know how hard this is?
Does he know how hard this is? We went through it all there.
Well, when you see that house compared to what I used to sell, I was like, I can sell this.
I get it. Big house, a lot of acreage.
Yeah.
Had so many showings. Almost had a church buy it. Realized they couldn't.
Yeah.
And then we have this one group of people that come through. Yeah. And you're going to take it from here, Rich.
Yeah.
So what happened with this group? Just tell the world. Please tell the world. This is the greatest real estate story. Tell the world, Rich.
Jeez, now
what you did. Come on, man. Like, this is impressive.
Well, I usually start people on the exterior on that house to kind of get a read of the client, of the buyer.
Okay.
Kind of get a feel. So I show them the outside, talk about the exterior, the lot size, the boundaries, where the septic is, the carriage house, the horse trail, the terrace, trying to get a feel. I get the momentum going. They told me what they wanted. So I was like, oh, okay, these buyers are right. I like them. Because a lot of buyers who came from California or Florida, they have a different type of taste. They like the modern taste. So they wanted to strip down the whole interior and gut the whole place and invest like $1.5 million to $2 million in repairs. So we get these, low offers. So that house had to be the right buyer. So when this buyer told me that, they work with the church, Catholic church, they needed a big lot because I guess she was planning on bringing in church members who were going through difficult times to walk through the place and kind of like helping through difficult times. It was like a compound, like, for I guess Catholic church members. So everything's good. Momentum is good.
How many showings do you have with these buyers?
I mean,
before the main event.
Before the main event.
Before the main event, how many showings did we actually have with this group?
It was like 3 times. But
no offer yet.
No offer yet. No, they promised offers, but never came through.
Never came through. So at this point, we're a little demotivated. The
Yeah.
clock is ticking.
Yeah.
We got a lot of pressure from the seller.
Absolutely. Oh, the seller, absolutely.
And shout out to the seller. You know who you are if you're watching this.
You had to be on your A game with them.
You had to be on your A game.
I was like walking on eggshells.
So, get me to the final event, Rich.
All right, so I walked.
So fourth showing now.
No, this was the first showing.
No.
So, no, with the buyer, it was the first showing. So all that, the exterior and all that I was showing them, that was the first showing.
Yes, I understand. They came back. They came back again.
No. This was the first showing, right? So then, brought them through the main door. And I took them to the right where was the office, And we're standing there, and I'm talking about the room, how there's a man bar that separates the office with the living room. Remember that? And there's a gun closet. And the buyer's agent was on my right side, and she's like, "Oh my God, what is that?" I was like, "Why? What the hell? Why is she so loud?" And I looked at her, and she's looking at a snake. And I was like, "Oh shit!"
A snake.
Yeah, a snake. A snake.
A snake.
Yeah. It was
dead or alive?
It was dead. I thought it was a fake snake at the beginning.
That was a fake snake.
I thought it was a fake snake.
What was it on?
Huh?
Do you know what it was stuck on? What was it on?
On a sticky board. Right?
Sticky board from a closet on a moth hanger. They hang their clothes on.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's what it was, Rich. Okay. That's what it was.
All right.
And so this snake
was
in a closet at one point.
Yeah, which is crazy. So I thought it was...
Not that we... we already had the odds against us.
Yeah.
We already had a challenging home to sell
Yeah.
without a snake.
I know.
So the buyers, they saw a snake eventually?
So I kneeled down and I looked at it. I was going to poke it. I was like, this can't be real. And everybody's like, don't touch it. That's real. I was like, oh, shit, like, it is real. So I tried to play it off cool, right? So I was like, this is going to be the end of the tour. Everything was good on the outside. I came in. This showing's going to last.
You can't make this shit up.
5 minutes.
I remember getting the text. I thought it was a joke. You
And
text the group and you're like...
Yeah. So I was like, damn, I got to turn off the lights. It took me like 45 minutes just to turn on and turn off the lights each time. I was like, here we go.
That's why in real estate we love the all on, all off button.
Yeah. So I thought the show was going to, that was it. But no, they
kept going.
They kept going like nothing had happened. That showing lasted 2.5 hours, my longest showing.
2.5 hours.
2.5. After seeing the snake.
After seeing the snake.
Yeah.
That snake in a home office.
Yes.
Of a house that we couldn't sell regardless.
Yeah, so I was amazed. I'm like, did they forget about the snake? Like, that's freaking, like, it's a snake. Like, I would run, right? There's two things I hate the most, crocodiles and snakes. So,
there was a crocodile in the Boston, in the Charles River. They found a baby crocodile.
Yeah, croc. It's crazy.
Yeah. Imagine if that gets into your next listing, Rich. Shit, you might have some good luck.
Yeah.
So
I texted the seller. And I said the showing went great, but I sent him the picture. I was like, is this real? He's like, looks like it. Did you pick it up? And I laughed. I'm like, the caretaker's a lot bigger than me. I let him take care of that. I'm not picking that thing up. So
we see the snake.
Yep.
We have the 2.5+ hours, 2 hour plus showing.
I thought it went great.
You thought it went great. All said and done, you get an offer.
No, I didn't get an offer. So the buyer's agent said, oh, my clients are very interested. And she sent me a laundry of questions. And there was like 10 questions. And at the end, how did the snake get in there?
How did the snake get in there?
So the seller answered all those questions, took all his time.
I mean, you're on how many acres was that property, Rich?
20 acres.
20-acre lot.
Yeah.
You're surrounded by walking trails. This used to be a horse farm at the end of the day. It's inevitable. There's garden snakes everywhere. It's not the point. The point is it's in the house.
Yeah.
And technically it's bad luck.
Especially in the Catholic.
In the Catholic.
It's like it's a bad symbol, right?
It's a bad symbol.
Right? So, and
us.
remember I told you that the buyer was connected with the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
So after the seller answered all those questions, the buyer came, the buyer's agent said, you know something? The buyer decided not to put an offer. They can't get the snake out of their head. And because of the symbolic meaning of a snake, it's just unfortunate they're not going to proceed.
Except they didn't know that they were dealing with Rich Peterson.
That's right.
And you eventually orchestrated
a meeting between the seller and the buyer. So,
and this doesn't happen too often in real estate. You don't orchestrate that stuff.
Yeah.
But we had no other choice.
Right.
You had to pull out a stop that normally doesn't get pulled out, Rich.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I've done this a couple times too, where I brought a buyer and a seller. No emotion, just two people trying to both accomplish something and accomplish it together, and it works. You did it.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah. So at first the seller was really mad. He was mad at me.
Like you brought the snake in.
Like I brought the snake in, and I felt that guilt. Like I lost sleep. I was like, damn, Rich, why didn't I see that snake before? Why didn't I pick it up? But how would I expect the snake to be in there, right? So, the seller was upset. He's like, why didn't you grab that snake?
The point of this story at the end is you sold one of the most expensive house that year in that town.
Yeah.
With a dead snake in the house.
Yeah.
That just shows. I mean, we don't have enough time to talk about the back and forths you had to go through with these clients, with the agent, with the seller, all the way to the closing table at the end with moving and the obstacles that you had to overcome. You did it. That was our first big deal together. Yeah. And after that, it's been momentum for you with our team for selling some of these big listings. We double-ended one of the most expensive deals, one of the most expensive sales in the Haunt,
Yeah.
Bass Point.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did that together, and then we ended up turning around and selling their house in Cambridge.
Yeah.
Not to mention, you talk about animals. Remember, you had an open house. Didn't something come into the house? A couple dogs or something?
Couple of those.
Yeah, at 12 Chalk.
Talk. In Cambridge.
Cambridge, an open house. Something came through the neighbor's dogs or something.
Yeah, he walked in.
He walked in.
It was just chilling there.
And
Yeah.
you had met, you said, did the
No, it was
seller?
a cat.
A cat.
It was a cat.
He said,
A
did the
neighbor
sellers
cat.
leave a cat? And I said, not that I know of.
And he was just hanging out there. I'm like, okay.
And guess what happened? We sold the house. Yeah. So if you're a seller out there and you need a little luck, you just got to hire Rich Peterson and find a way to leave the doors and the windows open.
Right.
Let some animals in there, some reptiles, whatever it is.
I'll get it done.
You have got it done time and time again. One other thing I've seen you do is, advise some of the younger agents on this team. 26 years in the business, understanding the values, understanding what property is worth.
Yeah.
Is something that you've, taken great pride in doing at a high level. You're always pricing things on the money, so people get the money at the end of the day. But let's just talk about aside from like that big win, double ending 2 deals in the North Shore, record prices, you've blown through the North Shore towns with record numbers, Rich. Plain and simple. You can get a deal done. You can get a deal closed. You get sellers the most money for their home, right. And you get buyers the best deal for their home. That's no question. Tell me about one of your toughest moments in real estate. Quick, 60 seconds.
All right.
A tough moment in real estate. Doesn't have to be on the team before. And what did you learn from it? Go.
So definitely the 2006, 2007 era. I lost my houses in Miami and Orlando. Lost Dad. I had a
foreclosure.
Yep, they were foreclosed. I had to file for bankruptcy. 2001, 2, 3, 4. Those were great years. We were making money. We felt like this was going to continue forever. We were just spending money. I remember buying diamond watches, clothes every day. It was just
things were good.
Things were good.
Things were good.
Things were good, and I lost my 2 houses in Florida, and I think that was the toughest moment in filing for bankruptcy, and I had to start from scratch all over again. I had to come back to Boston. I was living in my mom's attic with my wife, and I had to start all over.
What'd you learn from that, Rich? Because you were living the high life, and in real estate now, now you were buying and selling at the time. In foreclosures, you lost everything. But real estate kind of works the same way when you're selling at a high level, right?
And I see a lot of people doing the same mistake that I did before.
Yep.
It's the most important thing is to invest in real estate and multifamilies where you'll have some income coming in, right? It'll ease you up when you work in this field, because the truth of the matter is if you don't sell a property, you're not putting food on the table. So that puts a lot of stress on the agents.
When you're selling real estate.
When you're selling real estate, right? As a real estate agent.
Yep, that's how you make your living.
Yeah.
If that's your only source of income and times get tough.
Yeah, so what I learned is,
you're going to be returning that watch.
Yeah.
You're going to be returning that car. And we've seen it.
Yeah. Don't count your money until the deal's closed.
Yep.
Save, invest, and that was.
How many multifamilies do you have now, Rich?
I have a few. I have in Salem, in East Boston, Peabody. I have a few.
Okay, so you have a few. You had a big accomplishment this year. Can I mention that accomplishment?
Sure.
You paid off your multifamily homes.
Yep.
You paid them off after dealing with the 06, downfall, which I don't even call a failure. I don't call things failures. I call them lessons. It's a learning experience, which you learned. You end up turning it around. You end up buying multifamilies, investing your money wisely. You paid them off this year from your hard work.
Yeah.
And you got yourself the car of your dreams.
Yep.
What did you buy yourself?
My 911.
Porsche 911.
Yeah.
and you and I go back, rewind, a year and a half ago or so, 2 years ago, right when we started.
Yeah.
You and I were going through a listing, and a listing that you double-ended, buyer seller. Mm-hmm. And you had said you want to sell condos in the city of Boston, and you want to drive a 911.
Yeah.
You drive a 911, and you just sold a condo in one of the hardest condo buildings in Boston that you drove your Porsche 911 to.
Yeah, it's cool, right?
Full circle, brother.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Yeah.
And that's because you've went through tough times. You fought through them. You've surrounded yourself with the right people. And, I applaud you for that. Hearing your story has always motivated me. And I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
And I think that you're just getting started.
Absolutely.
26 years. We got another 26 to go, brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
The good thing about real estate is we don't need our calves in our ACL, and we don't need to be in the best shape of our lives to sell real estate. There is no time that ends us showing beautiful homes and closing the deal, as long as the snake is dead and not alive. We're in good shape. We're going to wrap this up. What do you want from your real estate career and the future with the Sarkis team? First off, I hope you're happy here.
I love it.
And
this is it. I'm going nowhere. This is it.
As
long as you allow me to be here, this is it.
This is it.
I don't care if they offer me.
Where does Rich Wayne Peterson want to be? And what's your biggest goal for 2026?
Well, 2026, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go in with an FU attitude.
FU attitude.
I'm just not going to care what people think. Just be myself, like me or not.
I heard that before. To not care about what people think. I've heard someone say that to me before.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go in without caring and just put myself in more uncomfortable situations like you always suggested.
Like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Just talking and having a conversation.
And honestly, it's about reaching my highest potential and be an example for my kids. I want to walk the talk. I don't want to be the typical father that tells their kids you could be whatever you want to be. But I want to be an example. I want to show that. I want to reach my highest potential. And being next to you, it has to happen. If I'm not there,
it will happen.
If it doesn't
happen, will happen.
It's because
it's my
fault. But you put me in a position for it to happen. I know it will. That's why I always tell you, watch, bro. It'll happen. It'll happen.
It's happening, bro. Real time. Whether you know it or not, it's happening real time. Yeah. If anyone works with Rich Wayne Peterson, they are lucky. Thank you so much for being on today's episode.
Yeah.
For all you guys who want to hear more epic stories, 26 years in the business, one of the best agents here at the Sarkis team, Rich Wayne Peterson. Follow him on Instagram. What's your Instagram handle?
Rich Wayne Peterson.
Rich Wayne Peterson. Follow him, LinkedIn. Check him out on the Sarkis team website, sarkisboston.com. Meet the team, Rich Wayne Peterson. Thanks for being here, brother.
I appreciate it, man.